Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to episode 2 of Talk of the Patch. Oh my goodness. How exciting this is. Welcome, everybody. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Talk of the Patch episode 2. Everyone who has come in, thank you so much. Last week was the first episode and it was received really well. It was a lot of fun and I'm happy to be back here on the Melon Patch Twitch to talk to you guys a little bit. Alright. So, I want to make sure that everyone's having a good day. I hope whoever's watching is, chilling out, relaxing, maybe after a long day of work. I know Rocket League generally isn't that relaxing of a game, but I think I've been thinking about this, and I wanted to mention this before we got started, of that I think everyone just needs to chill a little bit when it comes to Rocket League. You know what I mean? Like it's a game that's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a good time. And so that's what I want this show to be. I want us to relax. I want us to have a good time. And I absolutely can't wait to get started. And also to keep this show just, keep improving it and keep bringing new people on and having fun. And speaking of which, we do have some good guests in the lineup. One of which is today, who I will introduce in a little bit. Who is a member of the Melon Patch. We'll leave it a surprise. He is in the title. But before we get going with him, I want to mention a few things that are happening in terms of IGL this week with the Melon Patch. We have we had some games playing tonight. Cantaloupe Coop played their game at 8. I'm not sure how that went yet, but I wish them the best. I hope they did well. Tomorrow on this very channel, actually, Melon Patch Gaming, Woos will be hosting and casting the Sky High Flyers versus Synergy Esports game, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. EST, the same time as this is starting. So that's going to be exciting. And then also we have Melon Boys, which formerly known as Streamers of the Patch, versus Venus Expired. It's going to be a 2v2 at 8:30 p.m. EST, hosted by twitch.tv/Leachy Live. That is Leachy Live. So make sure to tune in for that. That's going to be very fun. And then nothing on Thursday, but then Friday we have our boys Crenshaw Crew versus Valiancy Purple, 8 p.m. EST. They don't have a caster yet, but I will be on the lookout and see if they have anything in the works for that. So that's going to be it for the IGL this week. Last week we had a couple of good games. Sky High Flyers did win their game last week, so praise to my boys. They worked really hard, and we continue to work hard. But we are here to talk to someone who I have just met for the first time today, but he's been in the community a while. I know him a little bit, and I think what most of you guys are going to know him about is the montages that he has made. I'm happy to introduce right now Hylla. Hylla, my man, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And there he is. All right. Well, welcome. I'm happy to have you on here. This is super exciting. Hylla reached out to me right after the show last week, actually, and wanted to come on and be a guest on the show, and I said, absolutely, man. So I'm excited that you're here.
Thank you.
First of all, I think everyone is pumped to know the man who does these montages before I show them to you guys. So tell me a little bit about yourself, just a basic rundown, who you are, who is Hylla, anything that you want to say.
Yeah, so I got introduced to Melon Patch through Dylan's cousin, actually. And
Dylan is for us who don't know,
oh,
Dylan Gamertag.
I didn't mean to say his name.
That's fine. There's a lot of Dylans. World, you got it.
So I joined the Discord, and Woos posted a like a notice for anyone wanting to do montages for the Game Clips challenge as a volunteer thing, and I had been dabbling with video editing, so I was like, why not? And now I'm really enjoying like the community, everyone in it, and that's how I got started in Melon Patch. And
Nice. Yeah,
yeah,
it is a really good community. I agree with that. And you know, as we start to get more well known, I have some people who pop into my streams every once in a while, or like that I play in games and say, "Oh, like you work with Woos, like that's really cool." So I think you can agree, like being a part of that is like really cool. Like
yeah,
watching Melon Patch grow, and you're actually, you know, you're a huge part of that. A lot of these montages are, you know, that's something that people see and go, "Oh, what like Melon Patch like."
hmm,
That piques interest. So that's
yeah.
a really important part. So my next question for you would be like, what would be your official role in Melon Patch? Like, would you be considered? I don't know
Uh,
what Woos calls you. Like, what would you be?
I'd say montage editor. That's what Woo's usually refers to me as.
Nice.
I mean, I am a part of like the staff, but I think if you're like wanting specifics, montage editor
Okay. Okay.
for.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a pretty good title. I think you can put that on your resume.
Yeah.
And speaking of resumes, I'm wondering if this is something that you would want to do, like professionally. You know, edit these
Hmm.
montages. You know, you can like starting out on Fiverr, but then like, you know, Melon Patch recently had a montage made, a professional montage made of our main roster. Is that something that you are like looking for and like trying to get better so that you can reach that goal?
If I get like up to par with the people like little two step I think his name is, but like people that make those professional montages, if I can get to that level, I would definitely want to do that for like anyone interested like doing commissions and stuff and making a good amount of money off of it. That would honestly be probably any better than what I can imagine now.
Yeah. So
Like
yeah, speaking of imagining now, like what would you, aside from like Rocket League, what would you like to do? Like I mentioned last week that you know, because gaming can't be all of our lives at the moment. So I mentioned last week that
true.
I go to school in New York for classical
Mhm.
music. I'm an opera singer. So what is your like, you know, like what are you in school for right now? Like what is your plan in like as in terms of real life at the moment?
Yeah. Um well, aside from like all the online stuff and I do play guitar, so like if I
Mm,
had to choose anything aside from like what I'm doing now and like go to school for one thing, it'd probably be guitar, honestly, because I've had that going for around like 3 years now, and it's still something I enjoy to this day. So
nice.
um,
That's a good start. I love that. I think you know, I could go off talking about music for a long time, but
mhm.
I will I'll hold myself back a little bit. But I do like to know like what type of guitar are you into?
Definitely like only classical, because I've tried like electric, acoustic, and classical is really just the only thing that I've stuck with. But
Interesting. Interesting. That's pretty unique, I'd say. I think that's a good like jumping block for you to get started on because
mhm.
you know a lot of people pick up they just want to play the electric guitar, you know, right out of the
Yeah,
gate.
true.
But classical is a whole other skill level. You know, me being in classical music, I understand a little bit of classical guitar. Um, that's a really unique thing to get into, and a lot of people are looking for that. So that's actually a good start.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, man. And I wanted to also mention, you know, aside from being a montage editor, you obviously know the game of Rocket League. Um,
Definitely.
I'm wondering, you know, give us a little bit of your background on like in Rocket League and how you started playing, you know, all of that.
Yeah. Um, so when I was younger, like around 2016, I had it on the Xbox and like I played it very casually, like with friends, maybe like a couple times a month. And then recently, like about a year ago, I picked it back up on PC, and
Hmm.
I actually got pretty into it because I noticed like I was like winning a lot more games and stuff, and I was talking to people that were a lot better, and I just got into like that sort of community, like the competitive sort of like I don't play competitively. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I got to that skill level, I definitely would, but just like being surrounded by people that do, and yeah, I play it quite a bit actually, but um not like on that level, but
Yeah. Well, that's good. We all got to start somewhere.
mhm.
If you don't mind me asking, this is sort of like, asking someone their age, but like, what is your rank
I am
at the moment?
Diamond 1 currently.
Diamond one, man. I will
Mhm.
say, I feel for diamonds, man. I don't envy you, I at all. I had to when the last couple seasons when Epic took over Rocket League, like the new season 1 and season 2, when
Yeah.
they yanked everyone down who was like me and my team were up around like champ 2 and champ 3, and they yanked everyone back towards the middle, um which brought me back after winning 7 of my placements. I from going from champ 2 and winning 7 of my placements, I place in diamond 3 div 2.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a rough time. So then I had to rip myself back out of diamond. Um, but I will say, if you keep working at it and you keep, just keep grinding at it, you'll get out of there. And getting out of diamond is a really good feeling.
Yeah.
Next, for me is getting out of champ, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm sure
Um,
you got it.
we'll get there eventually. Um, so you mentioned guitar, outside of Melon Patch.
Yeah.
Um, and you want to pursue that maybe in like a professional setting, which I think is really cool. But what are some things like outside of video games that you might do for fun? I know this is some people have a hard time with this question, including myself, because you know my online presence and um, my gaming is a lot. But what would you say like is something you like to do outside of gaming?
Like in general, uh, I have been skating quite a bit just like to get out of the house during a pandemic.
Like
But
skateboarding?
yeah.
Nice.
But also I've been trying to get back into mountain biking kind of because
Hmm.
there's a ton of really good trails near my neighborhood, and that'd be something really fun to just get out and do with like friends. But as far as like aside from online stuff, I do a lot of like kind of like skating and biking, like aerobic activities, sort of like
Nice.
that.
Yeah, that's really important because sitting in one of these chairs for hours and hours a day, that'll wear on you. So that's really cool to hear that you're out there, uh, getting some exercise, keeping your mind sharp. I love to see it. Well, the one of the main reasons I brought you on here today is to show off some of these amazing edits that you have done, these montages of people from Melon Patch, and we have one. I want to show you guys two. The first one is called New Heights, and I want to double check with you. Um, is this are these all Melon Patch clips?
Yes, it was taken from just like anyone on the team.
All right. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of talent there on Melon Patch, not only in our players, but in some of our content creators. As we can see, dude, that is really, really well done.
Thank you.
You should be proud of that.
Yeah, that
Um,
was definitely like a stepping stone in my edits because that was the first time I used cinematics actually.
yeah, I actually I'm glad you brought up the cinematics because that is something I wanted to talk to you about. Um, is I always thought that what people were doing was because you see some clips are just like the player's perspective, and that's one thing. That's all well and good. You can make a lot of cool stuff
Hmm.
with that.
Yeah.
But I always thought like whenever I saw cool cinematics or edits of things, I thought that was in like you take the replay file, you put it in Rocket League, and then you like move the camera on your own, or you have like you use free cam, but I wasn't sure. And then
Mm.
um, I think the other day I saw that you posted that somewhere, and then you said a render. Like the render came out really well. So I was
Oh,
curious about like what that means.
okay. So I think that was on my TikTok actually, but so the render was for when you want to get like really pretty shots in Rocket League, you use shaders, and there's this thing called Google Reshade, and so basically it gives you a ton of filters and like in-game. It's like camera lenses and like camera settings, but
Hmm.
it's like super in depth, so you can put like blur in the background, fog in the background, like anything you want, and that render came out really well because I think I used like turquoise fog in the background or something.
Mm-hmm.
But So that's what I mean by rendering is it's like adding assets to the game to make it look better.
Okay. And is that used? That's just done through an application through like Chrome or something, or is that like something you have to download and like work through?
Yeah, it's pretty much like Bacchus mod. Um, you just download it, and then whenever you boot up the game, it injects itself.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I always thought that was like camera angles like in the game, and like in replays, and I tried to do it myself one time just for fun, and I was like,
Hmm.
how the hell does this even begin to work? So I'm glad that you
Yeah,
cleared some of that up. I know a lot of people are gonna want to see how that works.
the camera angle is actually like very different because that's just how to make it look good. But to get the shot to use dolly cam through Bacchus mod. I didn't know if you were gonna like ask that next, but
Um,
I think
no,
I kind of
that thank you for mentioning that. Yeah. I don't know. I want to do a quick jump here. That this is going to be um, just a quick reminder that this will be uploaded to YouTube, and this is going to be audio only for right now. But then, if you want to check us out, please check out the Melon Patch Gaming YouTube channel. Um, and I know we have a couple people in the chat right now, World being one of them, which leads us into our next montage very well right now. Hylla created a montage for. He's created a couple for individual people. I know you have one for Crippy, who's
yeah.
a member of. Uh, did he move up to Cantaloupe, or is
I
he
think he's
still
still in Crenshaw.
Crenshaw? Right.
Mhm.
But we also have one for World that I'd love to share with you guys. That right one's got to be one of my favorite ones that you've done.
That's my
Um,
favorite, definitely.
yeah, World is a lucky guy to have himself out there like that. Um, so one of the things I wanted to ask you about was, it's actually cool that you mentioned that you're a musician as well, because I wanted to know your process on how you like choose the music, and how you go about, you know, syncing up the
Yeah.
clips with the music, and like what is your decision making in that regard.
Hmm. So picking out the song, I have to use a not in a bad way, but like I have to use a Monster Cat like license stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like over 800, so I'm not complaining. But I usually try and find something with like a chiller intro, just so I can get like the cinematic shot, kind of leading into a like appealing, exciting kind of feel to it, so people keep watching. And usually, I for the beat drop, I'll get the like either most involved or like cleanest shot I can find, and then I leave like other shots for kind of small beat like small beats throughout the song. Cause in my
Mm-hmm.
editor I have like an audio map where it tells me where all the beats are, and I put like a marker down, and then just try and sync up the clips with the goal explosion and the beat, and that's usually how I get the clips to go well with the music.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's super important because I've seen a lot of montages that just like are you know random clips sort of strung together,
Mhm.
and with like the music's cool in the background or whatever, but like if the beat drop doesn't sync to like a cool like shot or a goal explosion or a demo of some kind, um it's just not quite the same. And so that's why like um a lot of parts of those montages that you've made are so good, is because of the music. And music adds so much to everything.
Yeah,
um
definitely.
I do gotta say my favorite shot in there from Worlds uh montage is the Ghostbusters car. What's the name of that car again?
The Ecto.
The Ecto, dude, with the teal background and the shift there. Oh, I was watching that yesterday with my friends, because when you sent those to me, I had some friends over and I was like, hey, let's check this out. And when that popped up, we all just went, oh, because I've like
Yeah.
and uh I saw some of your montages back when I first joined Melon Patch, or soon after, at least, many months ago. And you have come a long way, and it shows in those um, videos. And I know
Yeah.
we have a lot of people in chat simping for you right now, and you love to see it. So if you guys want to check out Hylla, please, he's in the Melon Patch Discord. You can find him. if you want to pay him to make a montage, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to at some point.
Definitely.
Um, one more question I want to ask you though is, like, what is your favorite part about making these montages?
100%. My favorite part is seeing the outcome and like
Mm-hmm.
just seeing like everything you put together like come to one final product is so satisfying to me. And when it turns out good, it's especially just like up there. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. So you would say like, I know a lot of people when they do projects like this, they're in it for like the grind, they're in it for the work of it, and I'm
Mhm.
sure that's all well and good. But you're kind of like me with like the final product. You want to see that final product and just
Mhm.
do you do this thing where once you have it, do you just watch it like over and over again to like
Oh
nitpick
my god,
everything?
I watched it so many times, bro.
uh, yeah. Anyone who creates any sort of content, I feel, just watches over and over again,
Yeah.
which I think can drive you insane at points. But it's all worth it in the end, especially seeing you improve with all that, and being proud of what you create is super important.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, and so I really hope that that goes well for you, man. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. I want to open up the floor a little bit to anyone in chat. This is a if you're watching this on YouTube, we do stream this live Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. EST on the Melon Patch main channel, Melon Patch Gaming on Twitch. And we do have some people in the chat, and so I'd like to open up to them if they have any questions, either for myself or for Hylla about montages, Rocket League, our favorite colors. I don't care. Anything you guys want to ask, um, feel free to do that. Um, but one more thing I wanted to mention uh, about these montages, and this comes up with last week while we're getting some questions in the chat that I'll get to in a second. Um, I asked this on my for my guest last week, Julian. What do you think would be like a different genre of music? Because a lot of people, they use the classic EDM that's in Rocket League a lot,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
some lo-fi. But what would you think would be like a new sort of interesting genre of music to use for a Rocket League montage?
Oh, for a montage? Um, so the first montage I made for Melon Patch was the December game clip challenge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I actually used what was it? It was an Eminem song. It was rap, and I wasn't supposed to use it because it's like copyright, but
Mm-hmm.
that was like a rap song that actually went really well with like a montage.
Well, I
And I
think
mean rap,
if you don't sell it, I think that that works, right? Like if you're not making money off of it,
yeah, I'm not sure if Melon Patch makes money off their YouTube videos or not, but
I don't know.
um
Sorry, what were you saying about rap?
yeah, I was just saying rap like um a lot of the beats are really well synced with like they can be really well synced with clips and stuff because the beats are just there's like beat drops, there's constantly
Mm-hmm.
different points in the song where you get like a oh yeah, Godzilla by Eminem.
Godzilla by Eminem. Oh yeah, dude, I can imagine Eminem being really good. Just the way that he flows and like the uniqueness of his flow, I think would be really good. Um,
Yeah,
I would be really curious to see like a classical guitar montage. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
would
think
do it.
I think maybe I'll be one of uh your clients and pay you to do one for me, but with classical
That's actually a
guitar.
good idea.
Um, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. We have a couple of questions here in the chat. And Fui is asking how you are so sexy. So
I
if
don't
you want
know.
to elaborate on that, he doesn't know. Fui, he doesn't know. I'm very sorry.
I'm just yeah, they're just like that, I guess.
He's built different.
Yeah, exactly.
We have World RL here. Speaking of the devil, he's asking you to do a little dancey dance, a little TikTok dance. He really wants you to do it. It's up to you though. This is your day. You're a guest on my show.
what is the dance? It depends.
It depends on the dance, he
Yeah,
says. Well, we'll
he's gonna
see.
say he's gonna say whoop. I know he's gonna say whoop.
We have MPG Root. Rouget? Am I saying that right?
Corvette.
Right. Well, okay. Rouget says
Uh,
Corvette. World says Corvette. I think you got to do Corvette.
I gotta look it up.
Can you really just like take a dance, like look it up, and then know it?
I mean, I can try.
Go for it. I'd love to see that. While you're finding that, Rouget was asking favorite colors are interesting, and I will say my favorite color is linked to Rocket League. Um, the anything crimson. It used to be titanium white. You know, like everyone loves titanium white. It's like the classic, whatever. But I gotta say, crimson. When I got my crimson fennec drop, I got a lot of crimson drops after that. I'm sticking with crimson. Um,
We can
specifically
do this day.
in Rocket League. How's it looking, Hilla? How you
uh,
like? How you feeling?
I don't know if I'm gonna do this day.
You got the space for it. It's up to you. I will give you 5 seconds to decide.
Nah, nah, nah.
All right, all right. Moving on, moving on. World, you're gonna have to pay him in your own time.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
uh, we have Melon Patch Gaming or Woos coming in here asking you Hilla, what brought you to MPG? I know you mentioned Dylan a little bit, but like what specifically like brought you in here from what he said?
Um, so before I joined, I played Rocket League with like World and Corky and all of them, and I was like kind of talking in the Discord a bit as well, and everyone was just super nice, and I really liked the community, and I saw the volunteer thing that Woos had posted, and I was like, yeah, why not? Like, I have some experience in video editing. I think it'd be really fun to be a part of this community. So
Yeah, I think that's a pretty classic like um you know, when you have a good community like Melon Patch does, it's pretty classic. Like most people who join just kind of stay because, you know, everyone's chill. Everyone who runs is chill. Woos and Vaults, you know, the top dogs, super chill guys. Um, Woos is also asking, a Son of Nell montage coming soon? Uh, we will see. I think that might be something we might have to put in the works. I can, Phil and I will discuss that maybe in the next couple of weeks on the show. You'll see a Son of Nell 1 montage.
like what players don't know is if they just supply me with like 3 clips and then like 4 replay files, I will literally make them a montage like within 2 days. Like I will make a player specialized montage. I just need the clips and replay files. That's like the only thing that I don't get.
Yeah, so I think
Just
the more of that we can get to you, the more montage you can just churn out. Is that right?
exact. I'm trying to put out as many like a week I can. So if I get like the supplies, I'll put together. If you just send me like 3 clips and then some replay files.
Damn. All right. Yeah, I think hopefully you coming on the show will get people seeing what you can do for sure. Will get people really into it. Um
Yeah,
we do have Infui in the chat. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but they want to know your favorite nostalgic game. So like whatever nostalgic means to you, I would say. What do you think?
probably Mario Sunshine.
Ooh, that's classic.
I mean, like every time I hear the music or like see the plaza, I'm just immediately taken back
Yeah,
to the
I think
simpler days.
that's a classic. That's such a classic. I mean, any Mario game in general.
Yeah,
You know, you really can't go wrong with that. Just like, you know, hearing the Super Mario Bros. Theme pop up on the Wii when I was, you know, 11 years old, just like, oh, there's nothing quite like it. Anything Mario,
yeah.
absolutely classic. Um, for me, I would say it's got to be either Skyrim. It was like my first PC game that I played, or and this is going way back, Lego Star Wars on the
Ooh,
Wii. You really can't go wrong.
I think that would actually fall under mine as well.
Yeah.
I played that game so much.
Um, World is now asking Hilla if you can't do a dance, Hilla, you got to at least dab for
Yeah,
World.
I can. I,
There you go. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
we did it.
I love that. Um, and Phoebe's also asking. I don't know if you have your guitar out or tuned or anything, but right because we are running a little short on time here. Um,
Mm.
So if you have to get your guitar like ready, then we won't have time. But if it's just kind of chilling there, maybe
Yeah, it's just chilling.
you can play us a little ditty.
Yeah. I don't know how well the.
Let's take a look at this bad boy.
Can you hear that fine?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Uh. Oh.
Damn, dude. Holy, I don't know what I expected, but that definitely exceeded it. That was really sick. What is that? What is that piece? It sounds like it's from The Last of Us, but I have a feeling it's not.
It's called Study in E minor by this guy named Terega.
Terega. Wow. Well, that I'm glad that Ifui, I'm glad that you mentioned that because that was a real treat. Vagabond really wants you to play Wonderwall, but I'm gonna shut that idea down right now before it even gets anything. I probably shouldn't even have brought it up.
We all know that's prohibited.
Yes. Well, Hylla, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was really, really great to meet you. Get to know a little bit more about you and to see those montages, man. It's really cool to see. And anyone watching either on YouTube or in chat right now, send him clips. He just said he's happy to make montages. Send him, give him a name, give him everything, and he'll make it happen. You've seen what he can do. Maybe we'll have a Son of Nell 1 classical guitar montage coming.
Do it.
We'll see what we can do with that. But again, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's been
Thank you for
a
having me.
real pleasure. Of course.
Yeah, it was really fun.
All right. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching on YouTube, thank you so much for coming in to episode 2 of Talk with the Patch. It's been a real pleasure. Next week we're just gonna keep bumping it up. It's gonna look a little different probably each week until we get a set look for it. But keep coming back. I love doing this. I love talking with you guys. And I will see you boys and girls next week, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on the Melon Patch Twitch. Thanks so much. Adios, boys.
Later.